Sending your undercovers to gaslight me about ADHD and being hyper-focused, which is the same as calling me the N-word, is the stupidest fucking thing you can do right now. I've been telling you, we need secure communication from the fucking get-go. All you're able to see is what little bit I post on social media. Savant syndrome and ADHD or autism hyperfocus are two different motherfucking things. Savant syndrome means we are able to easily analyze complex algorithms and do rapid calculations, meaning we see from multiple points of view all at once. And then Temple Grandin, and there's plenty of lectures on YouTube you can go watch for free where she describes how it works so people understand it. But you dumb cunts aren't interested in actually finding out what's really going on. You want to put your goddamn stupid baggage off on me, which pretty much proves everything I've been saying. You're not helping yourself. Gaslighting me and fucking basically calling me a fucking retard is basically what you just did. Oh, she tried to hide it by saying, oh, I'm ADHD and I get hyper-focused on shit. No, you're only seeing what I'm posting on social media. And yes, when you're trying to break down game theory mathematics for a bunch of boneheads who won't establish secure comms. If you had established secure comms with me, I could explain to you some shit in a matter of minutes that would take most people 3 days to do. But we don't have secure comms. All we have is this code breaker bullshit going on social media. How fucking stupid is that? I remember the asshole from Due Dissonance. You know how those autistic people get stuck in their head? That's projection. You're projecting your neurotypical linear thinking onto everybody else. Now, I am capable of being hyper-focused. I was taught to hyper-focus on doing my fucking job as special forces. We don't let silly shit like cronyism or friendship. We are not distracted or baited by anything. Virginia G. Piper and her fucking team tried everything. My father tried everything. Chad tried everything. I'm not the fucking one. I'm the real fucking motherfucker. And you don't realize that because you never got true for real motherfucker special operators onto your fucking payroll who's being honest with you and saying, she's got special forces training, she's hyper-focused, nothing's going to stop her but a goddamn bullet to the brain. We're hyper-focused. We have our job, our mission, and that's it. And in this particular case, it's AA. And your fucking cliquey little friends, oh, we're burners. Y'all remind me so much of Katie Hellison Smith. She went to a Bernie rally and she had Bernie stickers and she was all about Bernie. But guess what? In private, when she had the opportunity to murder me and gain her and exploit the situation, exploit that evidence that she gathered, she did it. Did she still vote for Bernie? I'm sure she did. Did she still want Bernie in office? I'm sure she did. Just because you may be part of some clique surrounding some presidential candidate doesn't mean that you're like some perfect example of humanity. You fucking progressives, and I'm not talking about Bernie. I'm sure Bernie is the only one that's a true burner. Most of you progressives, from what I've seen, who claim to love Bernie, aren't really capable of Bernie's discipline and Bernie's hyper-focus and Bernie's sacrifice. That's why Bernie's Bernie. You're just groupies. You groupies calling yourselves progressives because it meets your woke ideology, I guess. Not that Bernie's woke. He's just the opposite. He puts his money where his mouth is. You're more like the motherfuckers who claim to be Christian but are out. You're more like Trump. Oh, I'm this right Christian, never mind. Oh, I'm pro-life, I'm anti-abortion, passes all these anti-abortion laws. Meanwhile, he's paid for 8, had 3 wives. You're no different than Elon Musk, who, by the way, is supposed to be progressive. Remember, Elon wasn't always part of MAGA. He made his money off funding Democrats and claiming to be Democrat, pandering to the left. So if you dumb motherfuckers are making decisions and then trying to blame your fuck-ups on what you dumb fucks call a disability, but it's only a disability around dumb fucks like you who don't make proper accommodations. By the way, that request for victim services and secure communications, you have to do that under the ADA. You can send every single one of these undercovers that you send may be autistic, but if they don't have my training and don't have my understanding, they can't learn how to communicate with me and know who the fuck I am. You think all autistics are the same, you dumb motherfuckers? You stereotyping cocksuckers. What makes you any different than the Nazis who stereotype immigrants or stereotype other minorities, Title VII and ADA protected minorities? I'm hyper-focused on my health, my well-being, like the AA coin says, to thine own self be true, minding my business, staying in my lane, and not trying to go out and maliciously prosecute people. Follow the rules, or at least the spirit of the law, if I don't know it tooth and nail, or chapter and verse. And I'm focused on my kids, which would be my raccoons. That's it. I don't give a fuck about visiting Camelot. I don't give a fuck about no Kennedys. Well, you didn't tell us that. Yeah, actually I did. I know a lot about the Kennedys. Remember, I have copies of all my dad's shit. All my goddamn dad had 8mm and VHS, and we had multiple VHS recorders in the house that you could easily hook up to each other and record from one tape onto a blank tape. Remember how you used to make mixtapes? Well, I did it with VHS. I remember all the teachings. Dad had receipts. The Kennedys were not what they do. They did not fit all this worship that they're. Yes, there's a lot of public sympathy because that was a very innocent time back in the 60s, and for any president to get shot was absolutely horrifying, Democrat or Republican. So they have that sympathy, but the civil rights was not an issue with the Kennedy. I don't believe it was anything they ran on. It became an issue because it was in the papers and it was embarrassing, according to my father. He didn't lie. When he's like me, when he got started on something, he just told it like it was, whether you wanted to hear it or not. And I asked him an honest question. I didn't know. I don't know what prompted me as a kid to ask him about it. Probably something on the news. I don't know. But you all fucked up. You're violating the ADA by not getting me victims advocates, and which includes secure communication and cancer treatment. And now you want to say I'm hyper-focused, like dumb fucks. Oh, does that mean I'm mad at that lady? No. She's a very sweet lady. I'm always going to be cordial. I'm always going to be friendly. And I know she's just following bad orders. And she's too sweet to understand that. So go ahead and send your PIs. I'm going to get the truth out of them. I'm going to record it. And if they gaslight me and do all that, what I know is they're just basically going to be reciting what you told them to do. That lady didn't come gaslight me like that on her own volition. And what I'm not going to do is risk her identity and risk her getting hurt. But she'll be subpoenaed. It's all on fucking bus video. If Pam Bondi and Kash Patel show up to town tomorrow or Monday morning and have me sit down and we rewind video from transit buses and the station or whatever, I'm going to ID her. I'm not lying. I'm not lying for anybody. You want me to be a fucking groupie and join your fucking clique. And that's one thing. You want me to be hyper-focused on your status and your political agenda. This is AA. We don't do that. We focus on our program and stay in our lane and mind our fucking business. That means, okay, I'm struggling. I can't work. I can't support myself. Why is that? I got cancer. Why do I have cancer? So I have to look at all the reasons why I don't have cancer treatment. That's called a step 4 inventory. And then you have to do everything you can to make amends. Am I doing everything I possibly can in good faith to make things right? Yes. Is everybody else? No. They're using me as a fucking political football. This is what's been going on since Chad's house. And you dumb motherfuckers are too hyper-focused on your stock portfolios, your channels, your, oh, we want the White House in 2028. You're the ones that are hyper-focused in an unhealthy way.